From day one, right when I made that commitment, it was the right choice. I couldn't have made a better choice for my life, for my football career, uh, for my family. I mean, everything that's happened to me is because of CSU football. I remember walking back and forth from Moby to Corbett to go to practice with Anthony Cesario. I remember having this big sense of pride in CSU right from the start, and probably a little over the top. I remember some of the older guys looking at me like, "Who the hell are you? What are you doing? You don't have to yell 'Go Rams' right now, you know?" I say everything I owe comes from CSU. I mean, I met my wife at CSU, and literally, she was an athletic trainer, so I had to have met her just because I played football. And so I've got this incredible wife. I've been married for 12 years, and we've got 3 amazing kids. And I mean, that's really my life at this point. And without CSU football, who knows where I'm at? Really, it's all about family.
It's so important to know where you are, right? And I know where I am right now. How do you go from where you are to where you want to be? And I think you have to have an enthusiasm for life. You have to have a dream, a goal, and you have to be willing to work for it. I talked about my family. My family is so important. I urge all of you, to enjoy your life, the precious moments you have, to spend each day with some laughter and some thought, to get your emotions going, to be enthusiastic every day. Nothing great can be accomplished without enthusiasm, to keep your dreams alive in spite of problems, whatever you have. To be able to work hard for your dreams to come true, become a reality. Now I look at where I am now, and I know what I want to do.
Just having the success we had in the 90s was pretty special, and I think I realize it more now than ever just how special it is. It's tough to win football games. You got 4 or 5 years if you're lucky. Time's short. Time is short. You got to enjoy this every moment of the way, and I know it's hard to do sometimes because football's tough, and sometimes you're miserable. And when you're pushing a sled around or you're going through the chutes at practice, and it's hard to see the big picture. But those guys that you're working out there with, you're going to make lifelong friends, and some of them are going to be around forever. I've already experienced it. Anthony Cesario, 5 years ago, he died. He had a massive heart attack, and this is a guy I played right next to for 5 years. We were roommates in the hotel every single week, and we lived together for a year off campus, and I mean, we just grinded together for years out on that football field, and got to the point where we barely had to make a call. We had to make calls for the rest of the guys on the line, but between me and him, we had this bond. And then you get the phone call, and that was one of the toughest phone calls I've ever gotten in my life. And you know, Anthony he's an All-American at CSU. He's in the Hall of Fame, and he's an unbelievable guy. And gosh, I mean, he's somebody, if you're in the back alley, you want to be with him, not against him, because he was a tough, hard-nosed player. But, you know, I cherish every time I get a chance to see an old teammate of mine. I mean, you can take the moment, you got to tell them how much they meant to you, because you never know when that moment's going to pass you by. And every time I hear some geese flying over and honking, I look up in the sky and I think about Anthony Cesario, because he was a big hunter. Wish I had one more day with him. This is a guy who probably, if we didn't have football, we wouldn't have been friends. I'll be honest with you, because he was raised one way, and he was from Pueblo, and I was raised in kind of a somewhat different family. I mean, and Anthony and I, we were as close as you can get. You know, I was supposed to give a speech tonight, and man, Coach Hellers called me and said he was speaking to the team. Man, the thing I'm looking forward to most is to be in a room with some football players from CSU, man, because this time can pass you by quickly. Think about who you're playing for and why you're playing this game, and realize that time might be short with that person.
You could see the emotion in Mike's eyes. Just he looked like he was about to cry the whole time. The whole time he was talking, it was just like crazy. But like, it put you at a loss for words. Like, he's talking about this bond that you build with your teammates. Having Mike come, it was great. It was a great experience. Just the love that he had for his fellow teammates, and or how he talked about them. and just how the bonds that you would make with them. And we see that every day. They're like family to you. It's great to be around them and just build relationships that may last forever.
The second biggest thing I'm looking forward to this weekend, number one, is speaking to you guys, and I'm gracious for the opportunity. Number two is watching you guys take the field tomorrow.
Coach had come to me in the locker room and told me that he was getting ready to call my number. I was just happy. I was just happy for the opportunity. Just happy for the opportunity to help the team, happy for the opportunity to show what I could do and just make the play. I just feel like you have to take advantage of all your opportunities. At that moment, I just wanted to help the team, and I knew that my number was about to be called, and I was just thankful for the opportunity, thankful for the coaches allowing me to be able to make a play, and just being able, having the opportunity to play with my brothers and be able to make a play for them.
Nick Stevens, throwback, touchdown! It's Wosu who has the touchdown grab. So go to the fullback, Danny Wosu, and a response from Nick Stevens in Colorado State.
Make sure you do your job in my mind. Just keep doing your job. I'm just thankful that I was able to make a play and help out the team.
In my career, I've lost a Super Bowl. I've been on the losing end of the NFL Europe World Bowl and a high school football championship. And so looking at it now, I feel like I've got a lot of patience where maybe I wouldn't have had before. I know what I can control. I control my effort. I can control my attitude. I can control who I spend my time with, how I conduct myself.
Keep playing for our fans, keep playing for this family in here. We're not playing for the name on our backs, we're playing for the name on the front. Colorado State, we're representing the brand. We're representing our family. Every time we go out there, we're playing for our brothers, we're playing for our teammates. Mike touched on it. Make sure that you're playing for the dude next to you. And that's very powerful. They say a man's true test lies when he faces adversity. You see what type of man he is. Coaches have been building character in us from day one. And we're gonna keep battling. We're gonna keep battling for our brothers in here, for our coaches, for our families, for the CSU name.
Man, my family, my work ethic that was instilled. I wouldn't have my wife that I have, and that's scary to think about. If I didn't have that bond of football, it wouldn't have been. And what is the bond? How does the bond occur? It's because we're working out together. We're sitting next to each other in the locker room. We're joking. We're laughing at each other. We're picking on everybody. Those guys that are challenging you all week long, they got your back on game day, and we're going out there as one.